Hello, I'm Joseph Michelli, the Chief Experience Officer for the Michelli Experience. Welcome to our YouTube channel where we spend time giving leadership tips and offering ways to increase customer loyalty and have those customers refer more business back to you. In this vlog, we're going to be spending time looking at business process improvement. As long as there's been business, there's been somebody trying to make it better. Oftentimes, better means make it more efficient or make it more consistent. And probably the biggest moment in all of history when it came to improvements in process development was when Henry Ford decided that his Model T, which he was assembling in kind of a haphazard way, could be assembled more efficiently if they standardized processes through something called the assembly line. And Henry Ford obviously increased productivity as a result of it and a great demand for his vehicles. Now, standardization was the methodology for the longest time. We then developed some technologies that helped us even become more standardized. These would be automated technologies. We could reduce inefficiencies and errors if we would simply use things like information technology, or we would spend time looking at business process reengineering to re-engineer inefficiencies, waste right out of the overall product delivery to the customer. Well, that's the way it went from the 1970s, clearly a highly automated approach to business efficiencies. But today, that may not be enough. In fact, if you look at the transitions that have gone on, thanks to artificial intelligence and big data aggregation, as well as machine learning, it seems we've moved into a new age, an age not defined by standardization or automation, but really defined by the ability for us to be adaptive in the processes that we generate. And this adaptive process model is being used consistently in business today by those who are really differentiating themselves. Now, if you really get into a definition of adaptive processes and you're a system engineer, you're going to have a very complicated definition. For your and my purposes, I think of adaptive processes as simply getting real-time information from whatever system you're working in, and taking that information and quickly adapting your processes to create value within that system. Now, this mindset's a little different than let's study it, let's create the optimized delivery system, and then let's replicate it over and over and over again. This is a very fluid sort of approach to business. And it's covered very well in a new book called Human Plus Machines, strong book when it comes to teaching us about what the value we get when we interact machines and technology, particularly when we use data fed to us. And the high-level takeaways from the book, at least from my perspective, is that we do need to listen through technology. We need to acquire information and data through technology, and there's so many powerful technologies to look at customer behavior, customer wants, needs, and desires, but it takes human beings, and that's really a good news part of this book. It's not like we're going to all be displaced by a bunch of data generators, because it's going to take someone to take data and turn it into intelligence so that we can make decisions about what things we want to pursue on behalf of customers. Now, there's a couple of other things this book kind of hints to and I think are important for us all to realize. That the more we do this process of using data and then quickly responding to the data with human analysis and intelligence, the more we're going to have variation. In the old days, if you really built it once, optimized for efficiency, you consistently delivered the same thing over and over again. Well, in the modern era, the more we rapidly respond to the evolving needs of customers, the more variation we're going to start to see. But the trade-off for that variation, the thing that we're going to get on the upside of creating a little bit more variability in the way we run our businesses, is that we're going to personalize solutions to our customers. And that personalization is going to create success for the customer and ultimately success for us. Now, I live in customer experience design, so I think about every kind of business improvement through the lens of what value does it generate for a customer. Ultimately, value for a customer is the rationale for making any kind of change in the end. Now, that value, as we look about it into the future, really is going to be a movement away from standardization to something that is far more focused on effectiveness for the customer. And the other piece of the value that we're going to start to see increasingly is speed to need, meaning that the quicker we can get to the need of the customer, the more successful we're going to be, as opposed to creating it, replicating it over and over and over again. It's more, how do we nimbly respond to nuanced changes in what customers are wanting, needing, or desire. The speed to need is something that has been referred to as dynamic effectiveness. In other words, we're not just going to be effective once and replicate it, we're going to dynamically keep evolving in the way we are effective on behalf of our customers. I hope you found some value in this vlog. If you did, then give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you'd like to spend some time talking to me and letting me learn a little bit more about how we can help you, please reach out to Kelly on my team. That's Kelly at josephmichelli.com, Kelly at josephmichelli.com. Thanks for watching.